It's as fun in the city, Met City, where you can see sums and shapes are so pretty. Met City, we all can be working it out, thinking about getting it right together. Working it out, thinking about, let's get it all together. Sawubona we mama.
Unjani wentanga.
Come friends, come join me. Come on, one and all wentanga. Come along, it's fun to be together in that city.
Hey, Auntie, this one. Hey. The little lighties are going to take this one.
Oh, I think they are very nice shoes. You know, you're really getting good with all your wooden shapes. I can remember all the kids having yo-yos and spinning tops when I was a little girl. Oh man, shoes, take this.
Auntie, I'm trying to start this new thing at school. You see, the lighties get in trouble for bringing their computer games to school. And the parents, they worry it might get lost. Cost a lot of money.
Oh,
Auntie.
I think it's wonderful shoes. Oh, will you show me how to play this yo-yo?
Very easy. Auntie.
Let me see if I did put it right.
You just hold it at the end of the
Yes,
strings like this,
yes.
yeah. And then you throw it like this.
Oh, like this. Oh, shoes! I don't think I can do this, Josie.
Maybe you should practice. I'll leave this one with you.
No.
Hey, Auntie, maybe you can help me cut all the strings for all the spinning tops and yo-yos.
Oh, of course I will, Shoesy. You just have to tell me how long do I need to cut the strings.
About 90 centimeters. It doesn't have to be exactly right. Some lighties are tall and some lighties are short. They can choose which string is right for them.
Oh, that sounds easy enough. It's also clever not to have them all at the same length. I never thought of that, Shoesy.
Thinking about a client's individual needs is what makes the difference between an okay and a number one salesperson. Yo, Auntie, I have to vie, but I'll leave the spinning tops and all the yo-yos for you and the lighties.
Thank you.
Hey, sharp, Auntie.
Bye, Shoesy. Oh, Shoesy is very good at thinking of new things, but also very good at putting a new spin on something old. Oh no, can't do this. Oh, let me get started on these strings because it doesn't have to be measured precisely. I will just use an old-fashioned way of measuring. Oh, yes.
Hi, Auntie.
Oh, hello, my girl.
What are you doing with this piece of string? Are you smelling it?
Oh, no, my girl. I'm measuring out before I cut them.
But why? And why aren't you using your measuring tape? You always say to measure carefully.
Well, to answer your first question, you know Shoesy always with his new ideas. This time, he's taking an old idea and putting a new spin on things. Look. Let me show you. Look.
Cool! A yo-yo! But I've never seen a wooden one like this before. And what's this funny looking thing?
Oh, it is called a spinning top. Oh, my girl. It is a very old type of toy. Let me tell you, my girl. When I was a little girl, every boy in my neighborhood had a spinning top. Oh, it was their pride and joy. But I'm afraid, Lebo, I don't know how to throw it and make it spin.
So now you're cutting the string for shoes.
Yes, my girl. But Shoesy says it doesn't matter if they are not exactly the same length. So I'm not going to all the troubles measuring it with the tape. Because I know, my girl, it's about 1 meter from my thumb to my nose. See? And it needs about 1 meter. It's so nice and easy.
Where did you learn how to measure like that?
My mother used to measure like that. You see, long ago, people used to measure using their feet, hands, and other body measures.
Then why don't we measure like that all the time?
My girl, because strides, hand spans, and thumb lengths differ from person to person. Look, let me show you. Okay. I'll lay the string out on the blanket. There we go. For example, when I measure this piece of string, I might use 10 of my hand spans. But when you measure the same piece of string, you might use
14 hands.
14 hand spans. Why do you think that is?
Because my hands are smaller than yours?
Exactly, my girl. So, if I was buying or selling the material and paying per hand spans, whose hand spans would I use to measure and cost the length of material? Mine or yours?
If I was selling, I would use my hands because it's more hand spans and more money.
Right, but if you are buying, I'm sure you'd rather pay less and rather use my hands.
But that sounds a bit like cheating.
That is why it changed over time, because they needed more accurate measurements that people could use and could always be the same.
So that nobody could cheat.
Yes, my girl. Sometimes it is very important to measure things out accurately, like measuring exactly how much medicine we need to take. But at other times, it is not so important, like when we add about a teaspoon of sugar to our tea.
That makes sense.
Yes, my girl. Today, almost all countries use the same standard measuring unit. This makes it easier to communicate and trade across the whole world. Oh, I nearly forgot, Lebs. WIS has been looking into old and new ways of measuring and estimating. You know what? Let's go and see what she came up with.
Oh, cool! WIS always does wicked things.
How's it? Today we take a look at the best ways to measure stuff. And I need to know this stuff because I'm having a party. And I have to measure a lot of things to get it just right for my super duper funky party. Now it's cool to estimate, just like Auntie said. Like I'll need to know more or less how big the wall is to know how much fabric I'll need for the banner. So I can use my stride to estimate the length from here to here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's about 3 meters, which means I'll need about 3 meters of fabric to make a nice big banner to fit nicely on my wall. Now I always buy my juice at a shop where you buy it by the liter. This is my jug, and I know that it holds 2 liters. This one I borrowed from a friend, and I estimate that it holds about 5 liters of juice. So I can buy 7 liters of juice all together. I estimate that my little bowls can hold about half a kilogram of peanuts and sweets. So I can buy 1 kilogram of mixed nuts and divide them between these 2 bowls. And I can buy 1 kilogram of mixed sweets and divide them between these 2 bowls. I think I'm all set. Cool bananas. Now I must just make sure I can handle all this excitement by taking my temperature. I think I'll make it. Let's go shopping. Our first stop is here at my friend Mgwere's fabric shop. He sells material to customers from all over Africa. He has some really cool stuff in this shop. Can you see him over there? He's showing some fabric to a lady. Let's take a closer look. Wicked! Aren't these designs just so funky? I can't use material with a design like this for my banner. I'd better stick to the plainer ones, like these. Mgwere, can I have 3 meters of this one, please? Now look how Mgwere holds a length of it like this, from his one shoulder to the tip of his outstretched arm. This is his way of estimating a meter of cloth. He's a big guy with long arms, so his estimate should be close to a meter, if not exactly. He takes the fabric and measures it along the meter rule on his table to find out exactly how many meters there are, because he's going to charge me per meter. That means for every meter I want to buy. 3 meters and 37 centimeters. That means he was out by just 30 centimeters with a thumb to nose method. 30 centimeters is only the length of a normal school ruler. Okay, the material is 60 rand per meter and I wanted 3 meters. So it's 60 rand times 3, which equals 180 rands. Wicked! I'm right on track and still on budget. Next, the juice. This is one of my favorite shops. They sell the yummiest freshly squeezed juices. I estimate that those containers can hold about 2 liters of juice. Let's see. Oh no, it's 1.5 liters. I'm way off. Rats. Well, let's see what they have today. I'll have 2 liters of granadella and 4 liters of tropical juice, please. Cool. Now we need to get the snacks. Let's go. Now this is a shop I can live in. Look at all the sweets and nuts. Oh, yum. Okay, Wiz, focus. In this shop, they charge the sweets and nuts per kilogram. And kilograms, as you know, are units of mass that tell you how heavy or light things are. Hi, I need about 1 kilogram mixed nuts with peanuts, hazelnuts and cashews, please. And 1 kilogram mixed sweets. Can you see how she's estimating how much of each needs to go in to make up a kilogram? That was close. She was out by just a few grams. I guess she's so good because she does this every day, so she gets a lot of practice. Now I would like a kilogram of mixed sweets, please. Some hard-boiled sweets, some toffees, and some choices. Cool! Now I have to get something to snack on my way home. So I'll have 200 grams of licorice, please. Wicked! Now it's time to get ready for the party. Well, I have a lot to do before the party, and I still have to paint the banner saying, "Welcome. Hope you guys can come. Check you later."
Wow! I didn't realize that there were so many shops that you need to know how to measure things when we go shopping.
I must say, Wiz outdid herself with the shopping today.
And I think it's going to be a great party.
Wiz is certainly working very hard at making sure that everything is right. Oh, Lebo, my girl, can you remember all the instruments they used to measure the things Wiz bought?
First, Mukwere used his thumb and nose to measure the material, and then he used a ruler that was a meter long to be sure.
Remember, we can measure the length of anything like fabric or wood or plastic pipes with the meter rule.
Yes, and they also use that measuring jug thing to measure the juice that Wiz was buying.
And can you remember Wiz feeling how hot her forehead was before she left to go shopping? Oh, now, if someone was really sick, you would use a thermometer to measure temperature with. Like this one.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe it's this late already.
Do you realize that you've just used the instrument to measure time?
All right, my watch.
Dumela Sesi, hello my little princess.
Hello, Prastexi.
Hello, Uncle Stex.
And what have you been doing today?
We went shopping with Wiz.
I know how you ladies love your shopping. Yo, some of the ladies I pick up in my taxi. Hey, they have so many packets, they take 2 seats.
Well, you know, I love shopping, but I never knew how some shops still measures things out for you.
You mean like when you buy veggies and they wait out for you?
Oh yes, like that. I nearly forgot about that. My mom always sends me to get a sticker for the potatoes, the tomatoes, and the onions. The veggie guy weighs it and the machine prints out the price.
Oh, so you knew all along about weighing. You just didn't realize it, Lebs.
Yes, and next time I'm going to try and estimate how much the food weighs before I give it to the veggie guy.
Good idea. She's so bright.
We must go now, my princess. I still have to put petrol in my taxi to get you home.
Okay, Uncle Stex. Bye, Auntie. Thanks for a fun day.
Bye, my baby.
Bye-bye, Sissy. Bye-bye, Sissy. See you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Bye, Prestex.
Bye, Auntie.
Bye. Bye-bye. So, you looked at lots of ways to measure different things.
Oh, yes. We measure material in meters, we measure juice in liters, and sweets in grams and kilograms.
Well, at a garage they sell petrol in liters, and a liter of petrol costs a lot. See here, the pump shows you that 1 liter of petrol costs 6 rand 3 cents. One of the garage attendant's job is to pour petrol into your petrol tank. Because petrol is so expensive, he cannot afford to waste a drop. He has to pour the exact amount that people ask for. He uses the readings on the pump to guide him. The petrol goes here in the tank of a truck. So, let's ask one of these attendants how many liters of petrol it takes to fill each of these tanks. I'm sure he can estimate quite accurately. After all, he works with this every day. Hola, Joseph. Yeah, hola, Joseph, my friend. How much petrol do you put in the different types of vehicles? How about this car?
This one, I'd say it's about 30 to 35 liters.
What about the motorbike over there?
Oh, that one, it's too small. It's about 15 liters.
Ah, okay, Joseph. Just tell me, Joseph, you know these big tankers that comes in and fill up your petrol pumps?
Yes.
How much petrol do they carry?
I think it's about 100,000 because it's too big.
Joseph.
Yes.
Thank you very much, my friend, you know. Thank you for your help.
Thanks.
Okay. Do you see how that man is filling the tires of the car? He is measuring how much air the tire needs to be full, enough to drive on.
Wow, the big truck's tire must need a lot of air. It's taller than I am.
Yes, the bigger the tire, the more air it needs. There, we are done. Now I must get you home. Here we are. You take care and be a good girlie at home.
Yes, Uncle Stex. Thanks for the ride.
there. I'll tell you what, everyone else is packing up and going home. I think it's time for us to go too. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Next is fun in the city, next city, where you can see sums and shapes are so pretty. Next city, we all can be working it out, thinking about getting it right together. Working it out, thinking about, let's get it all together. Sawubona we mama,
Kunjani, wendanga.
come friends, come join me. Come on one and all wendanga. Come along, it's fun to be together in